Welcome to the Pariksha Academy. Today's topic is Himalayan and Peninsular Rivers compared. Comparison of Himalayan and Peninsular Rivers. Himalayan and Peninsular Rivers constitute the two major river groups of India. They differ mainly in their origin, geological age, sources of water, nature of flow, valley characteristics, erosional activity, deposition and stability of river courses. Himalayan rivers are associated with the geologically young Himalayan mountain system, whereas peninsular rivers have evolved over the ancient and relatively stable peninsular landmass. The Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra are the major Himalayan river systems. The Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Narmada and Tapi are major peninsular rivers. Himalayan rivers receive water from rainfall as well as melting snow and glaciers. Therefore, most major Himalayan rivers are perennial. Peninsular rivers depend mainly on rainfall. Consequently, seasonal variations in their discharge are generally more pronounced than in the major Himalayan rivers. Some peninsular rivers and their reservoirs contain water throughout the year, but their natural flow does not remain as uniformly sustained as that of major snow-fed Himalayan rivers. Himalayan rivers generally have very large drainage basins with numerous major tributaries. Peninsular river basins are generally smaller, although rivers such as the Godavari and Krishna have extensive drainage areas. In the upper courses of Himalayan rivers, steep gradients and continuing tectonic uplift promote intense vertical erosion. Peninsular rivers flow over an ancient and resistant landmass where prolonged erosion has produced comparatively mature river valleys. In mountainous areas, Himalayan rivers commonly form deep V-shaped valleys, gorges and rapidly flowing channels. Peninsular river valleys are generally broader, shallower and more mature. Narrow valleys and waterfalls also occur where rivers cross resistant rock formations. Several Himalayan rivers exhibit characteristics of antecedent drainage. They maintained their courses through continued downcutting while the Himalayas were being uplifted. The courses of peninsular rivers are largely influenced by the general slope and ancient geological structure of the peninsular plateau. Active tectonic processes in the Himalayan region continue to influence river valleys and drainage courses through uplift, faulting and other crustal movements. The peninsular region is comparatively stable. Therefore, most peninsular rivers have relatively fixed and well-established channels. Himalayan rivers carry enormous quantities of sediments from the young and actively eroding mountain region into the plains. Peninsular rivers also transport sediments, but their sediment load is generally lower because much of the plateau consists of ancient, resistant rocks. After entering the northern plains, Himalayan rivers flow over extremely gentle gradients. Lateral erosion and deposition therefore become dominant processes. Himalayan rivers in the plains commonly develop meanders, oxbow lakes, natural levees, floodplains and other depositional features. Heavy sediment loads and gentle gradients make some Himalayan rivers particularly prone to channel shifting. The Kosi is a prominent example. The Brahmaputra carries a very high sediment load and develops extensive graded channels in several reaches. Peninsular rivers generally flow through more definite channels. Resistant bedrock and relatively stable relief reduce large-scale channel migration. Himalayan rivers commonly have extensive tributary networks because of their long courses and enormous drainage basins. Peninsular rivers also possess well-developed tributary systems, but most are smaller in scale than the Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra systems. The discharge of Himalayan rivers increases substantially during the rainy season. Both monsoon rainfall and snow or glacier melt influence their flow regimes. The peak discharge of peninsular rivers is primarily associated with monsoon rainfall. Variations in rainfall therefore have a strong influence on their natural flow. Floods are frequent in many Himalayan river plains because of large catchments, intense monsoon rainfall, high discharge and heavy sediment loads. Peninsular rivers can also produce severe floods, particularly during intense monsoon or cyclonic rainfall, but their flood behavior depends strongly on the rainfall characteristics and relief of individual basins. The steep gradients of Himalayan rivers provide enormous hydroelectric potential. However, geological instability and heavy sediment loads can create challenges for hydropower projects. Hard rock foundations and plateau gradients have provided favorable sites for numerous dams and hydroelectric projects on peninsular rivers. The extensive plains drained by Himalayan rivers are highly suitable for irrigation and have played a fundamental role in the development of agriculture in northern India. Peninsular rivers are particularly important for irrigation and water storage in the seasonally dry and rainfall-dependent regions of central and southern India. Gentle gradients and substantial water availability provide better possibilities for inland navigation along some stretches of Himalayan rivers in the plains. Seasonal discharge, rocky beds, waterfalls and dams restrict continuous long-distance navigation on many peninsular rivers. The Ganga and Brahmaputra river systems form an enormous combined deltaic region near the Bay of Bengal. The major east-flowing peninsular rivers, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, also form well-developed deltas along the Bay of Bengal. The west-flowing Narmada and Tapi pass through structurally controlled valleys and enter the Arabian Sea, where estuarine conditions are more prominent than large delta formation. Repeated deposition of fresh alluvium by Himalayan rivers influences the fertility of agricultural land across their floodplains. Agriculture in peninsular river valleys depends more strongly on regional soils, rainfall, irrigation systems and reservoir storage. The major Himalayan river systems have an international character. The Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra basins extend beyond India into neighboring countries. Most major peninsular river basins lie primarily within India. However, rivers such as the Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri cross several states and are therefore important for interstate water management. The major characteristics of Himalayan rivers are their association with young mountains, perennial flow, large drainage basins, deep gorges, heavy sediment loads, extensive floodplains and highly active fluvial processes. The major characteristics of peninsular rivers are their association with an ancient plateau, predominantly rainfall-based flow, relatively stable channels, mature valleys and strong geological and structural control. For examination purposes, the fundamental distinction is clear. Himalayan rivers are generally perennial, sediment-rich and geomorphologically active rivers associated with a young mountain system, whereas peninsular rivers are older, mainly monsoon-dependent rivers flowing through a relatively stable plateau with mature valleys and comparatively fixed courses. Thank you very much for joining us. For more useful study material, please like and share this video, and subscribe to the Pariksha Academy channel.